Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and here I am at Cuyahoga Valley National Park. And there are three reasons why I'm here. Number one, it's only about 15 miles from Cleveland, Ohio. Number two, I have a goal of visiting all of the U.S. national parks. And number three, this is likely a national park that you have never heard of. So I thought you might like to see what it looks like here. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you a list I've made of all the national parks. And I have them sorted by the ones that you can drive to, the ones that you can only get to by boat, and the ones that you cannot get to by road or water. Believe it or not, there are several of those. So come along with me through the national park here, and then stay to the end, and I'll show you my list, which I think would be helpful to you if you also have a goal of visiting all of the national parks. Here in the center is a relief map of the park. I came in from the far north entrance there. And as you can see, it is a long but narrow park in most places. And Peninsula is a town that is totally surrounded by the park, and these areas that are not in green, those are city and county parks. So to create this park, they had to make a lot of little go-arounds like that comprise their park boundaries and other things that were here that they had to work around to create this national park. And as you can see, it's right between Cleveland and Akron cities of Ohio. I wonder where these fish find hogs to suck on. You see in blue, the river runs the entire length of the park, as well as railroad tracks all along the river. And as you can see here, the river flows northerly up into Lake Erie. Very nice map that answers a lot of questions. Here is the town of Peninsula. And here is looking upstream at the river. It's kind of shallow right there as it goes across the rocks. They have a cafe here, and they even have a nightclub. There's the railroad tracks. There's a bicycle rental place, and the nightclub is called the Winking Lizard. So one of the features you want to see here is what's called the ledges, and this is where you park. And the trail goes up here, down here, over to the overlook, and then back up here, and then back down to the parking lot. And the trail is 2.2 miles. Along the trail, they've got these really nice wooden buildings that is simply a men's restroom. And there's a separate building for the women's. However, they've got the door locked. How do you like that? Well, this is what the trail looks like. Big crevice there in the ledges overlook area. Well, folks, this is the overlook. And what we're overlooking is not ledges, but trees. How you like that deal? Now from here, you can see down into the bottom of this gorge where the trail continues. You see those people? But Yeah, I expected a lot more than this. Also along the trail, you see here a huge lawn. And what I'm thinking is that this should be where the parking lot is. Then I would only have to hike a quarter-mile to see the ledges. Here's a shot of the river right along the road that goes through the park. And it's flowing very slowly. By the way, there is no admission to this park. Most national parks will have an admission of like $30-some per vehicle. But this road is an access highway going down to Akron. So for whatever reasons, they decided not to put up an admission booth. Looks like they're having a pretty calm day, kayaking the river. There are 2 ski areas in the park. You can see the lifts, one of them there, and there's another ski lift over here. However, they don't run the lifts in the summer like a lot of ski areas do. There's a couple pulling out of the river. There are some nice drives to the park. Here's another stream that is called Tinker's Creek. There's a bunch of people up there a ways having a picnic. It is very rocky, very low water level. Well, I did find you a waterfall. It has these wooden steps going down to it. Well, there it is. No, I'm just kidding. Well, here is the Bridal Falls overlook. There you go. It's about 6 feet high. There's another little waterfall there. And another waterfall right above it. Well, here is the Bridal Falls overlook viewing platform. And this time I'm not kidding. that actually is the Bridal Falls. Right there. It's about 6 feet high, and that one is about 2-3 feet high. At least it's a really short walk from the parking lot. Well, folks, this has been one very uneventful day. You know, I read somewhere that in order for any park to be considered for a national park status, it had to have one main outstanding feature. So at the visitor center, I asked them, what is the main outstanding feature of Cuyahoga Valley National Park? And the best thing they could come up with, it's the river. Well, you know, I've seen all kinds of small parks have rivers. So I don't consider that anything unusual. It became a national park in year 2000. And I'm just curious what the argument was in favor of designating it as a national park. In fact, this place right here is a little ways outside the boundaries of the national park. It's actually part of the Cleveland Metro Park System. Well, it's been one of those days. Okay, folks, this is my list of the national parks. There are 63 of them, and that does not include national historic parks, national monuments, national recreation areas, none of that. It's only the actual national parks. And the ones that I have videoed, as shown here, are on my channel. The ones that are not marked as video, I visited before I started my YouTube channel. So I have been to all of these until it gets down to here. These are the ones that I have not been to yet at all. And then there's a list of several more that you can only get to by boat. And I have not been to any of those. And then here are 4 of them that you cannot get to by road or by boat. As far as I know, the only way to get there is to fly in or walk in. So out of 63, I have been to 37 of these. And I do plan on getting to the rest of these here. The ones by boat is a maybe. And those last 4, I don't ever expect to get to. So I'm going to go through the list slowly. If you want to pause the video, you can check and see which are which. And maybe this list will help you in case you have the goal also of visiting all of the national parks. So I hope this list helps you in some way. And I'm sorry that I didn't have a great day and find the spectacular things that I like to do in my videos. But that's the way it goes. Good day, folks.